Last time we discussed how corporations have rewired our brains for their benefit using dopamine, the chemical which was supposed to motivate humans to have better future, but they have exploited it. Let's reset our brains. Hello everyone, I am Amar and you're listening to the 10th episode of Stoic Human podcast. I didn't abandon dopamine altogether. Dopamine detox Konmari style. In the modern world, things like pornography, junk food, and social media are introduced to us when we have not even reached the stage of adolescence. For years, these activities rewire our brain in such a manner that we don't even recognize that there is something wrong. Let me tell you what's wrong and how to reset your brain Konmari style. Few years ago, even before when I knew about dopamine, stoicism, or anything about self-improvement, I started practicing minimalism because of listening to the podcast like the Minimalist Podcast and the Ground Up Show by Matt Diavella. And eventually I discovered about Konmari via Marie Kondo. I'll talk about minimalism in detail in some other podcast. But for those who don't know about minimalism, let me tell you that the underlying principle of both minimalism and Konmari is that stuff does not equal happiness. As a matter of fact, you may be trading a great deal of happiness to own all that stuff in the currency of time spent to organize and maintain it, as well as actual money spent doing the same. So only keep the stuff that spark joy, or in this case, avoid the dopamine, the chemical that companies use to control you. The question of what you want to own is actually the question of how you want to live your life. That's what Marie Kondo said. How to use Konmari to do dopamine detox. Generally, in Konmari or minimalism, you pack all of your stuff in boxes and you only take out stuff that you really need or cherish. And after 90 days, whatever stuff is left in the box, except a few seasonal clothing and gear, you give away or sell the rest, and all you are left is with stuff which sparks joy. Dopamine detox will be hard to do in that exact manner because the next day you will be relapsing because excessive dopamine dosage has wired your mind to think that you cherish all of your habits like playing video games, scrolling through social media, or brainlessly binging YouTube videos. So what are we gonna do? Well, follow 3x detox rule. No, there is no such rule. It's just my personal rule for doing any kind of detox and for dopamine detox as well. It works every time and it is simple to understand. So here it goes. Start detox with 1 day as a target, then multiply it by 3. Once you accomplish 1 day target, now you have to target 3 days. Then after you accomplish 3 days, then target 9 days. Or you can round it to 10 days for easy understanding. Then after 9 days, you have to target 30 days and then 90 days. And once you accomplish a 90-day detox, you will have way more mental clarity about your activity, and in a lot of cases, you would realize that you didn't even objectively like that activity that much, or that activity was hindering your potential to become a great future self. Now you would have ability to make a choice whether to sacrifice that activity or sacrifice your to be great future just for that cheap pleasure. But why do detox in such a manner? Well, it starts gradually and lets you move things slowly. But there are two essentials of 3x detox rule: forgiveness and replacement. By forgiveness, I mean, let's say you have accomplished 1 day and 3 day detox, and then you were targeting 10-day detox, but you maybe relapsed because of whatever reason. It happens, and it will be natural to start feeling guilty and bad about yourself, and sometimes I even lost trust in myself, which can be highly discouraging. That is when you need to condemn your action but forgive yourself because there's a new day tomorrow. And You don't have to target 1 and 3 day again. Just start targeting 10-day detox again. It's okay to relapse. I have relapsed so many times during 30-day period. Generally things get way easier and life gets way better during 90-day detox. So forgive yourself and start with a new day. But to reduce the tendency to relapse, second essential of 3x rule is crucial, which is replacement. By replacement I mean that whenever you start a deep dopamine detox, you create a void in your daily routine which needs to be replaced with some other better quality activity like reading books, when doing social media detox, or even during sugar detox, placing healthier foods in the containers where you expected all of your sugar loaded junk food to be, or you will end up relapsing frequently. Keep it in mind that whenever you do go through a dopamine detox, your mind has been wired to do certain things at certain times, and every one of those optimized dopamine inducing activities have been habitized. So you need to make the stuff that enables you perform activity unreachable and replace it with healthier options and make the replacement activity easier to perform. You don't have to get rid of dopamine. Dopamine is essential because it makes you focused and makes you want to progress in life. It's the reason that motivated us and our hunter-gatherer ancestors to find food, reproduce. It's just that it has also been exploited by large corporations. So after going through 90 days of dopamine detox carefully and intentionally, bring back the activities. Find the right balance, weigh all the pros and cons after going through detox, and if you really think that some amount of playing video games make you really happy and little bit of junk food in a month won't hurt, because now majority of your diet is very healthy and you work out regularly, then go do that. Well, that's it for this podcast episode. And if you feel that there are some of your habits that are highly optimized to intoxicate you with dopamine and you want to go through the dopamine detox, then I want you to participate in Stoic Human community. Go to the Reddit post for this podcast, link down below, and comment there which detox are you going through or willing to go through, and regularly share the updates. Let's help each other to stay on track. I would love it if you could follow this podcast because there are amazing content coming your way every Friday, and check out our written content on stoichuman.com. To get your daily dose of stoic wisdom, go follow us on Instagram. The username is stoichuman.com. It is DOTCOM, stoichuman.com. Subscribe us on our YouTube channel, which is Stoic Human Podcast. Bye and stay safe.